For more than 1 hour plus, he was holding on to my hair, using my hair to hit me on the wall. I was just imagining, what have I done to warrant this kind of beating? My name is Gift. I'm a survivor of domestic violence. This started from the early days of the marriage. In my head, as a Christian, you have to protect your home. You have to make it work. And how society sees you as a woman, if you're unable to protect your home, to stay in marriage, they see you as irresponsible woman. So not minding whatever you are going through in the marriage, you have to make it work. So that was the mindset I had. Keeps late nights, comes back anytime he likes. In as much as I wasn't used to that kind of lifestyle, I have to adapt and keep on praying that, okay, with God, all things are possible. This person can still change. In all that, in all the abuses, I've never called my family, because I was thinking maybe they would think I didn't try my best enough. So like, this marriage I have to work. The fact that growing up without a mom, I lost my mom at the age of 4 to 5. I was in KG3 when I lost her. So practically I've lived a life of lonely. So I just felt, okay, this is somebody that also lost his mother. Maybe he could understand where I'm coming from. In my head, all I needed was having a brother, a friend, a husband, a father figure as well. Because those are the things I never had growing up. So whatever he does, I just told myself I have nowhere to go, because he's the one that brought me to Abuja. At a point, I stopped complaining, and I told myself I have to help myself out by like looking for something to do. I'm someone that loves creativity. I make hair. I'm also a stylist. In learning all this trade, I was actually the one that pushed myself in learning them. This is someone that doesn't like seeing money in my hand. If he sees money in my hand, I'm in trouble. So for me to gather that courage of, let me start up something, because money is not there. It's not the type that keeps money or take. It doesn't like it when I'm doing anything productive. That also gets said. So there are times it goes out and it doesn't come back. 2 days, 3 days, that panic of you don't know where your partner is. Sometimes I felt sick, because I don't know, I'll just be worried sick. Like, that fateful day on Sunday, that fateful day came back. I was actually making dinner for the kids, and he was like, what are you doing? Dress up, let's go out. I said, go out to where? He said, we have to go out, we must go out. So me refusing to go out with him, because where are we going to? This is already to 9. You want us to go out? You left the house for like 2 days now, and you're expecting us to go out. Just rest. Because I don't like arguing with him when he's drunk. He said no, I must go out with him. And the next thing, they started pulling my hair. I was screaming. It was later I realized that he actually uprooted my hair because I made knotless. It was a very terrible experience, because my kids were also traumatized in that. It was actually their voices that made neighbors to come around, because they were crying, "Daddy, please leave mommy." In fact, practically I saw myself going that day. Finally, when neighbor came, and the first neighbor that came, she just saw the kids and she was like, "No, children are not supposed to witness this." So she packed my kids to our house. So before her husband came, it took them close to like 15 minutes before they could remove his hand from my hair. It was not like, the fact that I disobeyed him, he's talking, I'm talking, that reason I'm not going to sleep in this house. So for more than how many hours, up to 12 midnight, he was still insisting. No, I said, fine, if that be the case, let me go and pack my things. Initially, I insisted that no, I won't pack my things. One of the neighbors now intervened and said, what is it? If she's to be my younger sister, I can't stand it. So when he noticed the other neighbors were already angry about the whole thing, that was when he now like, okay, you can pack your things. He didn't really let me pick my children's, but I just tried to pick few things and put them into my own luggage. I didn't even carry everything. I just feel that I was able to lay my hand on just one luggage, because the other things I was packing, so neighbors were removing it from my hand. It hasn't gotten to this and that. I said, no, you people don't know. So at that point, in as much as I had nowhere to go, I just told myself, Gift, you've had enough. I think this is it. It's enough. The moment I came out, I could not even pick my slippers, at least get something. Even my kids, they came out without their slippers, because my neighbor just, like, the way she packed them, she was so scared. I was in pain. It was a terrible experience. Up till now, my scalp still pains me. I'm still feeling the pain. If you are touching it, you could see as if I have gallop on my head. I was just Just imagine how he was able to pull my hair to the extent of uprooting the knotless braid that I did. So practically came out without slippers on her legs. So I told myself, if I don't do anything fast, if he lays his hand on the kids, it's as good as I'm not going anywhere. I can't leave my children with him. I went to one of our neighbors. Please, can I spend the night in your house? The husband said, I would have allowed you that. In fact, he's even angry with me that all these years he has imagined how on earth will I just keep myself like that for somebody to be abusing me? What if I died? I said, no, Kai. Say he would have helped me, but he can't allow me to like spend the night in his house because this person can get so violent the next day and start destroying things. If he knew that his family is in his house, then maybe we should just look for a nearby cheap hotel around. So the cheapest they got at that point was 45,000. In the midst of that, because the father was the first person I called, so the father now called me back. He said, where are you? I was in my neighbor's house. He said, give the phone to your neighbor. So he was now talking to my neighbor. Say, how do you allow somebody's wife in your house? Why would you do that? You're supposed to let her go back, go and beg the husband to open the door. They're like, even the father is biased. Are you serious? I said, I'm not going back to that house. I can't. So in the midst of that, before the wife now came, say, there's a place called Shelter. Can you stay there? I said, please, how much? She said, no, you are not going to pay. But I don't know if you'll be able. I said, please, where is the place? Where is the place? Because at this point, it's already 1 a.m. He said, are you sure you can go? I said, in as much as I'm not sleeping around here, I'm ready to go. I actually got to the shelter almost 2 a.m. It was massive because having a roof over my head is golden. At that point of your life when you thought all hope is lost. And the help just showed up like that. I was super grateful. The next morning they're knocking like, your breakfast is ready. I say, is that how they do here? They give breakfast. Hey God. So I went and I pick up my breakfast. I was still imagining, okay, maybe it's just breakfast. Everybody will just find their I saw lunch. I say, God, these people are so, it has been massive. You know, the vital things, shelter, food, clothing. I can never be ungrateful. I am forever grateful for that support at that point. The next day, my dad called me. He was like, what is he hearing? So he dawned on me that, okay, is that way? So I said, what happened? And they were the first people I thought they were going to crucify me. So when he called, I narrated what happened. I just briefed him about, not even going into details of how I gave birth. So when I told my dad, he said he understood everything and he knows I'm not the talking type. For me to explain this, he knows that there's more to it. He said, you're not going back. But what I'm super grateful for is the people around me. Now I realize I'm not the only one in this. The essence of speaking out is very important because I'm an introvert. I like keeping things to myself. So learning how to speak out, explain how this is also a healing process for me. It's also helping me to heal, to let go. That is life and it has to go. And initially I was still thinking that maybe I didn't get it right. Maybe I was supposed to like still make this thing work. You know, churches, some people are like, what if you're the one that's going to like showing the way to God? What if you are the one God has sent to his life? In my head, all through these 8 years, those were what I was having. Maybe it's a soul I need to win for God. What is this? But coming out, I feel I matters also, and I should also learn to put my happiness first. Because me going back is as good as compromising my own happiness, which I've been doing all these years. So this coming out of that place, me looking back to it, I'll be like, how was I able to cope all these years? And another big part is, if I continue in that marriage, I remember my kids are going to grow up seeing their father as the bully, abuser, or like my daughter will not be like, my mom was able to take everything. I think I'm supposed to like take this also. So it's like a yoke I need to break. I don't want my daughter to grow up with the mindset of a man can do whatever he wishes to do and you have to bear it, you have to take it. And I don't want my son to grow up as a bully and you have every right to do whatever you want to do on a woman, because that is what you grow up seeing. It's not about teaching the children. Children learn from emulating what you are doing. So from the children part, is a no for me. I can't go back. The case is still on. The case is on NAPTIP office now. All the way, TNF has been my backbone on it, because having people that you can talk to and they are not judging you. Instead, they are letting you know that you matters, and speaking out will also help you all along is a plus for me, because all these years I've practically grew up without having anyone by my side. So the fear of who is there for me. So DNF has always been a strong support for me, because they have been the one handling my case. It's just of recent I was able to pack my things from the house. I still have some family like, oh, you are supposed to build your marriage, this person has changed, because this is someone that is somehow corny. Like, there was a time he was crying, that he has changed. There was a time he was even like, he will commit suicide if I don't come back. He tried all that on me, and some people still sees me like I'm not doing the right thing, I'm taking the wrong step. Why would I allow people to deceive me out of my marriage? But I'm the one in it.